Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Good evening once again, depending on the time zone where you are listening from. My name is Christian Wosu. Today is a program on the truth as anchored on the Biafra television. We are here today to discuss issues that borders on what affects us as a people, what affects us as a nation and as an indigenous people as it pertains to Biafra freedom and Biafra self-determination. We will be making justice to some issues that has been ongoing over time now in the Biafran land, where we've seen our people being massacred, our land being on hostage. Do I call it self-inflicting injury? But here we are today to discuss this issue. Once again, my name is Christian Wu, so I am the anchor man of The Truth, which is an interactive live program. On this platform, we say it the way it is. We call it to the best of our ability, without minding whose horse is God, without minding what it takes, and we do not prevaricate on this platform. We call it out the way it is, and we follow it head on. Head on, I tell you. Without wasting time, we will be dwelling on today's topic, which are titled The Many Faces and Danger of the Killings in Alaigbo. You will agree with me that Alaigbo has been under siege for the past months, going to a year. Killings, wanton killings here and there, destruction of lives and properties everywhere. But it seems we are helpless as a people. It seems we do not know what we want, and it seems we do not know what or how to approach these deadly devils who has come to take away peace, who has come to take away life from our people, who has vowed in their wish that we shall never know peace, or else we do what they say or do their bidding. A whole lot has been happening in Biafra land, and it seems our leaders, political elites, religious and traditional leaders are handicapped, or they've been cowed or intimidated to silence. But on this platform, which is I call an hollow chamber, we do not keep silence and we are not intimidated. I tell you for sure, we are not intimidated. We say it the way it is, without minding whose horse is God's. We call it out to whoever we so wish to call out, provided we have the truth and we stand upon that truth. And on this platform, we do not shy away from what is our responsibility, and that responsibility is to talk. We must continue to talk, and we must continue to do the work that is needed to propagate this gospel, and we must put it the way it is, without wasting time. We will be discussing on issues today. As I said, as titled, The Many Faces and Danger of the Killings in Alaigbo. A whole lot of persons have been talking, a whole lot of persons have been pontificating, a whole lot of persons have been talking in whatever shape or form, in support or in against what has been happening in Biafra land. We must lend our voice one more time to this topic. And if our people so decide to continue and wallow in their ignorance, if our people continue to wallow in their stupidity and continue to desecrate the Igbo land and continue to desecrate that which we hold high esteem, which is Ndo, human lives, then we will have ourselves to blame in the nearest future. Once again, I welcome you. I said today, my name is Christian Wosu. If you are joining us for the first time, this is an introductory. Biafra Television is an official channel of the Biafra National Council. And Biafra National Council is a coalition of pro-independence groups and social-cultural groups. At the last count, Over 12 groups has undersigned as a coalition member of the Biafra National Council, as an acronym BNC. This is a television where we discuss, we say it the way it is. This is a television where we call it the way it is, without painting it even when we are at fault. We have not come here to speak wonderful English. We have not come here to say it or paint it blue whereas it is black. We have not come here to romance words. We have come here to discuss as a people, and we have come here to say it the way it is. As we engage in today's discussion, the topic, the many faces and danger of the killings in Alaigbo, we will be having, it's going to be an interactive section where you, the listeners, will have an opportunity to call into this program and then say your opinion. We discuss as a people. Probably we may find or charter a new course as to this menace that has besieged our land, as to this trouble, these daredevils that has decided or vowed that our land will know no peace. The lines will be open. When the lines will open, you may note the number down, but before then we are going to make good analysis as to what we have understood or the facts on ground according to our intelligence reports. We will have to tell our people what we have been, what is before us. As I said, it's going to be an all interactive program, and the number to call when the lines will be open will be +44 7448 818 829. I repeat, +44 7448 818829. This is Bayab Television, a program where we interact as a people, a program titled As the Truth. Welcome once more. Now we go neck and let's get talking, my people. We go neck deep into this content or into the matter of today. It is no news anymore that Alaigbo has been under siege for over 1 year now. Aside the white collar state actors of the failed Nigerian government under the leadership of General Muhammadu Buhari. It is no news that our land has been under siege from those that has metamorphosed from a group, metamorphosed into a so-called militancy group called ESN. Today is no longer that militancy group. It is now what we know as unknown gunmen. This issue has two faces. This menace, this daredevil has two faces. We will no longer condescend to believing that it is just the faction of our led astray brothers and sisters from the unknown, from the ESN, so-called ESN. We must dig deep and understand that we are faced with something else. Those who are in the political corridors have hijacked it. Those who have been redeemed or breaking out of jail has hijacked it. The criminal elements, those whom we know are daredevils that broke out of jail the last Owerri jailbreak, has hijacked this cross, and today they've meted evil against our people. They've meted so much crime against our people. Our people no longer go to the markets. Our people no longer do anything without being suffocated in this manner. We are being killed. Our traditional rulers are being subjugated to threats. So many being killed, so many being threatened, cowed into cowardice. Today we find ourselves in this dungeon. We find ourselves in this precarious situation. The question should be, how do we extricate ourselves from this? My people, I have come to tell us that our land is under siege. Our land is under siege. Alaigbo is under siege, and if we do nothing, if we continue to prevaricate, if we continue to pontificate, we will be nearing close to extinct. We will be very, very close to near extinct. This is the time we must rise up. This is the time we must face our fears. This is the time we must confront this monster. Today, the southeast of Nigeria economy has been reduced to zero by these unscrupulous elements who has hijacked the struggle, who has hijacked our land from us in disguise or in the claims that they are fighting for us. They have subjugated us to penury, they have subjugated us to gross poverty. Our land no longer operates on working days. Mondays no longer working day in Biafra land. Alaigbo precisely. Who have we offended? Is this the cross we are to bear or to carry in the cause of freedom? I said no, this is not a cross that is worth carrying at this point in time. Because when you self-inflict yourself injury, you do not say it is an outsider that did this. It is we who are inflicting ourselves this injury. It is we. We must understand that our land is under extinct. Our land is under occupation by our own people. Yes, there is state actors menace which we've been battling over the years. But the one that our own people, our own children are now committing today, our own youths, it is more deadlier than even the state actors. There is no day that passes by in Igbo land that our people are not being subjugated, threatened, or even killed even in the open. Properties worth millions and billions get decimated, brought down, burnt to ashes. Who told us this is the way to Biafra? Who told us that this is the way to freedom? Who told us that this is the only route? We must understand that if we hold this much longer the way it is going, we will fall into a ditch. And I tell you, we are close to that ditch. Sooner than later, you may think we have time, sooner than later you find ourselves that Alaigbo is gone. This is a land that is highly spiritual, that holds human life to sanctity. This is a land that do not spill blood of its own, neither that of a stranger. But here we are today, we find ourselves in this precarious condition. Our land on a daily basis is crying, blood flowing here and there. There are two faces to this. Yes, I say it, two faces to it. One is the faction that IPOB has breeded. Another is the faction that has been hijacked by the enemies of Biafra and the enemies of Igbo land. In disguise, claiming that they are unknown gunmen. The unknown gunmen are in two factions. That of the IPOB that metamorphosed into ESN, and today we know it as an unknown gunmen. And another faction being sponsored by the political elites in a bid to destabilize the incumbents. How long can we continue like this? And we have so much on our hands, we feel helpless at this point in time. Alaigbo must rise to responsibilities. Enough of this silence, enough of this keeping quiet. We must rise to the status quo. We must rise to confront this monster. We are not known, our forefathers were not known for cowardice. How many are there? How many are there, I repeat, those who have tagged themselves dead devil, call themselves unknown gunmen? How many are there, I ask this question, that Igbo well-meaning youth cannot confront? We must understand we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. When this explodes, when it explodes, Igbo land will be deserted. This which we are saying today, metamorphosing into full-blown terrorism. When it explodes, it is at that peak. When it gets out of hand, I know it has gotten out of hand, but if you understand what I mean, when it gets to that point of no return, salvaging it will be a very difficult challenge. We must rise up to the task this minute. We must rise up to the task. Every stakeholder, as far as you are a son, bona fide son and daughter of Igbo land, the Umuada, the Chies, the Zes, and the others, the traditional heads and the political leaders, even religious elites. We must rise up to our responsibility to confront this monster. I want to tell us some of the dangers we've seen ourselves, or potent dangers we are entering. Very little baby step, we are entering that potent dangers. Today, of course, the Southeast economy is next to zero. Businesses have failed, not just due to coronavirus pandemic, but businesses have failed due to the incessant lockdowns, the wanton killings and destruction of property, the unrest in Igbo land. Those who drive the economy of Southeastern region, of course, the petty traders and the businessmen, it is near to collapse. Businesses have moved to Asaba. Businesses have moved to Cross River. Businesses have moved to Port Harcourt. The 5 eastern Southeast states, it is next to zero. Those who feed on daily basis by mere sheer hard work from hand to mouth, today render them destitute. These are the many challenges and dangers which the cause of these incessant killings, unrest in Igbo land has begun. It is. Those who comes out on daily basis, the shoe shiners, the cobblers, the petty traders, the market women and men, you have rendered them destitute. Businesses have failed by this your sheer wickedness and sheer ignorance, thinking that you are salvaging or trying to redeem them from the atrocities we find ourselves in the hands of the Nigerian state. But here we are today, you've impoverished them more and more, and you brought so much calamities into our land. How do we say that a land that is so spiritual in the time past today has become a land flowing with bloods? Human scores have become football in the hands of our youth. Killings no longer mean anything to us. And we wake up on Sundays, we say we go to church to pray to God. And we wake up on Sundays, even on Fridays, we go to our temples, our shrines, to say we are calling the ancestors. Who told you they will answer? Who told you God will answer the cry of the innocents whom you have subjected? You think God will leave that and begin to answer your stupid kinds of prayers you pray. Whereas on Monday you resume your atrocities, on Tuesday you continue to met out evil against our people, you continue to subjugate our people into penury and hardship by your ignorance. Biafra can never come if we continue like this. As far as we have soiled our hands in blood, we have killed our own people, we have made our people suffer unjustly in the name or in disguise, we are trying to liberate them. Biafra can never come. And if Biafra is to come in this time, oh God in heaven, I say, do not allow it come. This is not the Biafra I wish for myself, neither my children. This is not the Biafra I wish for myself, neither my children. man or woman who supports this evil in our land, you must be ready to reap the fruit of your labor. That which you sow when someone is being killed, your own kids are being massacred on a daily basis, and you celebrate. You say, oh, the unknown government have bishop unknown government as you've titled them today. I say, may pain not forsake your family. You see, as many as those who keep silence, because silence at this point in time is cowardice as far as I understand, and silence at this point in time is complicity. If you keep silence in the midst, in this time of turmoil, you are complicit in this situation. And you must be held accountable, and you must reap the fruit of your labor. Fellow Biafrans, I want to propose something to us. Enough is enough at this point in time. We must not continue like this. What these people are doing today, I must call their names, and its leadership. What they are fighting, if you do not know, is to have the soul of Alaigbo, and then they begin to decide who gets what or who does what in Igbo land. It will get to that point, they will begin to decide levies that you must pay. It is the soul of Igbo land that is being battled for. It is not for your liberation, I must tell you this. It is the control of Igbo land from the political elites and the traditional institution that is being battled for, not for your freedom, not for your self-determination. Ndigbo must rise to this occasion. Keeping silent is no longer golden. A time will come, they will begin to impose taxes and levies. When you want to commit your brothers to Mother Earth, you will pay tax to IPOB. When you want to go to a market, you will pay tax to IPOB. When you want to conduct marriage or weddings, you will pay tax to IPOB. That is what is being battled for. And there is a danger. Not for your freedom. Anybody who stands to say that beat their hands on their chest and confirm it is for the emancipation, self-determination of Biafran people or Ndigbo in its own circle, it is not true. I'm ready to engage that person on a debate on this matter. Let's bring facts and figures. It is the soul of Igbo land that is being battled. Who will become the controller of Igbo land? That is what IPOB is fighting for, not for your self-determination. Onye nwere ntị ya nụrụ. Today, our traditional rulers no longer have the voice. Today, our traditional custodians are now cowed into cowardice. They do not speak, they do not act. They are being threatened and killed, and the communities are watching. Is this the Igbo people I know? We love life so much at this point in time, and then we do not control what will kill us, and it will kill and exterminate our generations here tomorrow. Unknown government is a cancer. And its cronies, call it IPOB, call it ESN, Eastern Security Network. Or when you go here, I say, we teach here. Come and take my head. Is this freedom? Is this the route to freedom? I ask. Does this guarantee you freedom? Let anyone challenge this and tell me that this is a route to freedom. And every pro-independence groups must rise up to the occasion. I will mention names here. IPOB has become a cancer. Unknown government is the metamorphosed into has become a cancer. Here we find our political elites taking what is rightful belongs to us, and today they've hide under the shadow of this unknown government and continue to cast evil on our land. Just in a bid to make their opponents' regime ungovernable. We know these things. In Igbo land, we have a means how we checkmate crime. We must go back to that route. When you kill your brother because of differences in ideology, or you assassinate, behead your brother because of a choice of approach as to what concerns our patrimony Igbo land, and you think you are doing the right thing and God will give you your daily bread or God will grant your wish, that can never happen. United Nations has laid down processes and procedures on how to restore freedom. Every indigenous nations or indigenous peoples that wants to emancipate, seek for their self-determination, must follow that precedent. It is a step-by-step guide. You do not kill your own flesh and blood, and you claim you are powerful. If every one of us degenerate into that, then it becomes a banana republic. Who and who will live? Do you think your own children are safe? Do you think your own children will be safe? And do you think your mother or father will be saved? We must understand at this point in time that what is before us is bigger than what you think it is. Our land is under occupation. And please, if you are just joining us on this program, please do me a favor by sharing this broadcast. Please share this broadcast as you join us. Please share it so that you get to our people. I want to see our people listening to this broadcast tonight. Please share this broadcast if you are just joining this broadcast. This is The Truth on Bayard Television. What we are discussing today is the many faces and danger of the killings in Alaigbo. We must not keep quiet. Alaigbo is under occupation. Occupation by our own children, our own youth. How then do we say we call on God and we claim what we are doing is to restore our fatherland or to seek self-determination? Whereas what we are doing on a daily basis to commit atrocity in the land and annihilate our people in the bid to have control over the Southeast. That can never happen. Ndigbo abụrụ ndị eji a na-ekechi ekechi. Every political elite must come out from the cocoons. Those who still have a little sanctity, those who still have a little reasonings in their head must begin to speak. At least you must speak if you cannot act. You must speak, you must begin to talk. Because this monster you fail to confront this time around, if you fail to confront this monster and it becomes what it is, Alaigbo has drifted very steadily and slowly. Even at the first place, I can tell you that we are drifting to terrorism. What is happening in the northern region today will be a child's play compared to what when it snowballed in Alaigbo. You must understand our nature as a people. Whatever we do it very well. Ndigbo, whatever we engage ourselves to do, we commit our soul, life, and body to it, and we get it done. Hence, when this degenerates into what's it called? Terrorism, be rest assured that our land is over. You cannot salvage it at that point in time. It is at this point in time we must kill this monster. At this point in time, we must destroy that monster called common gunmen, aka ESN or IPOB, and the faction of the political elites. They cannot tell me they do not have hands in this. Yes, of course, IPOB or non-government is unleashing their own. Certainly, that of the political elites are unleashing theirs too against their supposed political enemies. The battle today is to whom we control the soul of Alaigbo. It is not for the emancipation or self-determination of Ndigbo, not to talk of Biafra at large. You kill your own kings and king, you tell me it is for freedom? The danger we are seeing right now is a sign of full-blown terrorism. An ancient kingdom, an ancient nation called Igbo who holds the sanctity of life. Ndigbo anakwaya Mando, and we answer is that we bear it as a name. Today, the skulls of our people are being used to play football by our youths. When they behead the little children of 20 in their 20s or 30s, they behead their own fellow kings and king, and they play football with it. And you tell me here, Abaka. Igbo land must rise to the occasion. Every religious leader must speak at this point in time. Do not be afraid of what is to come. And I can tell you before we end this program today, I'll tell you who the plans on ground. Do not be afraid of what is to come. As I said, IPOB, what they are doing is to battle the soul of Igbo land, not for self-determination. Quote me anywhere. The time will come if you continue with this trend. If this trend continues, as I'm saying right now, if this trend continues, a time will come before you leave your home, you will pay tax to IPOB. When you want to give your daughter's hand in marriage, you pay tax to IPOB. The market tax will be paid to the IPOB. Is it the kind of people you want to entrust your land to? Yes, they are little by little enforcing it now through the barrels of the gun. Today our markets are not functioning and not selling on Mondays. Some have been degenerated to Tuesdays and other days of the week. They call the shot, everybody ignores and sits at home because of what? Fear of death? Fear of death? Every market leader must rise up to the occasion this time around. The economy of the Southeast is going down. It is next to zero. And if you give it a few months' time, our people, those who have been frustrated now, the small, medium-scale businesses will be frustrated and then we'll have more problems on our hands. We are not known as a people of destitutes, no. We are hardworking people. And then we must not allow the little ones amongst our midst, those who have sold their souls to the devil, those who have decided that they must control Igbo land, those who want to inflict pains or who have been inflicting pains on our people to begin to rule us. Enough is indeed enough. If we degenerate into full-blown terrorism, what you have in the north will be a child's play compared to Igbo land. Recall, if you have not known, at present, IEDs are being used to blow up local government edifices, public and government-owned places, even private firms. Where do these IEDs come from? Is that not a trait or a symbol of terrorism at hand? And then we keep quiet? If we degenerate into terrorism the way it is going right now, if we degenerate into terrorism, our hands are before. In fact, Alaigbo is gone and gone forever. Sodom and Gomorrah, you hear in the Bible, it will be better. Maybe at least you still hear that. You may not hear Igbo land anymore. Because whatever Ndigbo puts their hands to do, they get it done and do it very well. In as much as this microscopic few who have decided that we will have no peace, the majority which the pot stops on our table, which are the owners of the land, the Ndigbo themselves, are more in numbers to confront this head on. And we must confront it head on. If you can speak, begin to speak. If you can write, begin to write. If you can do whatever you can do, begin to do it. We must redeem and salvage our land from this menace, from this cancer and monster that has come to consume all of us. The political elites have been cowed, of course. They never talked good of us anyway. They are not for our interest. All they are waiting for is to loot as far as the monthly allocation comes in. They loot, and then when it gets when the going becomes gone, then they run away with their families. We must take our land from them. Ndigbo must understand that we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. And in a few months' time, it will blow up. I'm not telling you years, months' time. Note this today, as I said, in a few months' time, it will blow up. And when this blows up, Igbo land will be deserted. You and I will be on the run. We must kill this serpent at its growing stage. Every political groups, society, NGOs, be it pro-independence organizations, you must rise up to the task. Okay, the time has come and the time is now. Masob, you must sit up. BNC, you must sit up. The de facto government must sit up. Of course, Alaigbo, you've been doing your best. Kudos to you. But this is not a fight for you alone. Our people must be ready to think. Our people must be ready to do the work. Our people must be ready to fight head on this monster. Because if we fail to do, Ndigbo is under doom. The shadow of the cloud is shadowing everything at this point in time. The cloud is shadowing everything at this point in time. The economy of Southeast is near to zero. No security of lives and properties anymore. Unknown gunmen or IPOB determines the day we go to work, the day we open, or the day we close. And we say this is a civil society or a sane society. Is this what we want as a people? If you continue to keep idle, if you continue to be silent in the face of these atrocities, and you fail to speak or act, and you have the capacity in one form or the other, you fail to put it into work, you are complicit in this problem. And I have a proposal for those who call themselves IPOB or neither those who call themselves unknown gunmen. I have a proposal for you. Today we are talking about president of Igbo extraction for Nigeria come 2023. I wonder if that if we get to that 2023 with this course, with this on updates. Those who call themselves unknown government, this is what you should do. Stop tormenting our people, stop killing our people. IPOB must follow this line. As a matter of fact, every pro-independence group must follow thread on this path. This is what we must do. The game going on right now at Abuja, the center Abuja, the seat of power. It's already been known. It is nothing hidden at all. This government is going to hand over to a Boko Haram or ISWAP sympathizer, if not a full-fledged ISWAP member. The agenda of the Fulani has finally been activated. You never can tell. Tell me how broadening, how emboldened they've been. From little by little today, the Abuja Kaduna Road, you cannot pass through that. Even when you fly, maybe they'll bring your jets down or your helicopter down. Who is funding them with the billions they are using today? These boys have sophisticated weapons, whereas the Nigerian army has none. Who gives them that? Who is funding this? Who is giving them food? Kidnapping is order of the day. The agenda has finally been activated. Terrorists have been fully armed with billions of naira acquired through ransom paid to them by Aso Rock and by innocent individuals whom they have extorted by way of kidnapping. They are getting bolder and attacking here and there in Abuja with the military watching them and pretending to be helpless. Whereas in our own land, in Alaigbo, every pole to pole is a checkpoint of the military. Very soon they will take over Aso Rock and hoist their flag, I tell you. And nothing will happen. Continue to jump here and there, Igbo, president of Igbo extraction for Nigeria. Yes, I support it. It is due a time. But we must face what is before us at this point in time, which is the security and lives and property of our people. How many of us are still alive or will be alive before the 2023 if this Hydra-headed monster is not killed? The so-called terrorists whom they baptize as bandits, they are getting bolder and attacking here and there in Abuja. Every nook and cranny. And the military is watching and pretending to be helpless. Very soon they will take over Aso Rock and hold their flag. Of course, there will be no resistance because the Fulani military are they are already everywhere. Their cohorts are in the army. They are in the police, and all high commands of the military are already under the control of the Fulani, and will easily link up with their terrorist brothers in Boko Haram and ISWAP. It will only take a little military coup. Just a little, they say they're taking the Buhari away, and then they begin to unleash their stock on the people. Very soon, I tell you, very soon they'll take over the Abuja Aso Rock. It will look like a military coup. It will become obvious soon that it is not the kind of military coup we used to see. Nigerians are known to, when they start issuing Islamic martial laws, taking over South. In fact, Southern region is a walking cake for them. Already the terrorist cells are all over the South. These people were brought in with Dangote trucks during the pandemic in 2020. Truckloads of janjaweeds were offloaded here and there in the southern region. And here we have unknown gunmen operating, killing our people, instead of fortifying themselves, getting prepared for the work at hand that is to come. By the time when they take this cube, when they conduct this cube and take over from this imbecilic president they have today, called Muhammad Buhari, then we all will sit up. There are so many sleeper cells of the terrorists ISWAP and Boko Haram within the southern region. Supported by the Al-Shabaab, who are already in the southwest. Yes, of course, most of the southwest bushes, their forests are already taken over by the Al-Shabaab supported ISWAP. There are sleeping cells over there in the southwest. Those who claim they are fighting for Biafra by killing their own kings and queens, this is the time. You must get ready. Not unleashing mayhem on your own people. You claim you are powerful. You are not powerful. You are a buffoon, an idiot. This is the time you must face what is to face us. Begin to congregate yourselves. Prepare in earnest what is to come. Every pro-independence group must begin to look at that area. You must begin to prepare. This is no time for self-determination, non-violent. No, yes, we did not say you should cause violence, but begin to prepare for self-defense. These little children causing trouble here and there in the name of unknown government, you must begin to prepare. Power do not mean you are not a powerful person or a power when you begin to hurt your own people, those whom you are supposed to protect their interest. Today, blood flows in the land of Igbo land, the sacred soil of Igbo land. We see killings as the new normal. And many of us here, many of us continue to clap for this monster. The monster that is growing on seconds billing. You continue to clap for the monster. When you throw a stone, you must remember, into the market. You never can tell where it will land, probably, or it may be on the head of your mother or your children. It may be on the head of your mother or your children or your relatives. And this youth who has continued to cause this evil, to cause this mayhem in our land, you must understand one thing, that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. You must reap the fruit of your labor. That which you've sown, those bloods you've washed your hands with, must come to haunt you. Because they are the bloods of the innocents, bloods of your own brothers and sisters. Freedom is not gotten that way. self-determination principles are very well clear. It is very, very clear, as documented in the United Nations Rights of Indigenous People. No strong man brings a war to his own side. If you so wish you want to be rascal, you want to continue in this line as a trade, probably I believe now it is not a trade. They kidnap people and take ransom. Those who in fact they want to leave our people at their mercy. If you wish you want to engage into that as a trade, then take it far away. You don't bring trouble to your domain. You don't bring trouble to your domain. And the present one ongoing now, it is no longer Imo State. Of course, BNC have been doing a very serious job on the Imo State side. They've been chased away. It is now Anambra State. I must tell you, every Igbo man must stand strong with Anambra, because if that is the head, if Anambra capitulates, then Igbo is finished. The trend ongoing in Anambra today must cease. We must fight it head on. Why is this wanton killings and social property not ongoing in Abia State? Who are these people? You leave your state of origin, you come to another person's state. It's own time to destroy it. You tell me you are fighting for freedom. I thought they said charity begins at home. We must stand with Anambra State. Because if Anambra falls, Alaigbo falls. They have relocated their atrocities to Anambra State. The danger that it portends, that soon and very soon, Igbo land will be a land that has been taken over, overrun by terrorism, caused by our own children. The elders of Borno today, who we are clapping for when they were still Maitasina, clapping for them, hailing them as political, an arm to negotiate political shares or divide that should come to them. Today, are they staying in their villages? Are they staying in their homes, sleeping with eyes closed? Capital no. That is how it will degenerate. And as I've mentioned here, I stated here earlier, whatever Ndigbo puts their hand to do will get it done better. And therefore, if this degenerates into terrorism, full-blown terrorism, Boko Haram will be a learner compared to what is to come. The lines will be opened. If you wish to join this conversation, you can call us on WhatsApp using this telephone number +44 7448 81 8829. I repeat, +44 7448 81 8829. You can call us, it's showing on your screen, scrolling through your screen. If you want to speak with us, you want to have your own contribution heard here, this is the platform, the number you have to call. This is the truth on Bayard Television. We must continue. Enough is indeed enough. We are known for merchandising. We are known for commercial activities, businesses. Today, Southeast business is crumbled. The little ones that are still holding forth, the day-to-day petty traders, soon they'll capitulate, they'll be crumbled. Due to the incessant sit in the forest, sit at home, sit in the bush, and sit in whatever nonsense they call as civil disobedience. Who told you that will give you freedom? Over 1 year you've been doing it, or even more than 1 year now. Has Buhari or the power, the government at the center listen to you, or have they called you to say why are you doing it or stop? No, they are not bothered. Of course, provided the crude oil are being sold on daily basis in millions of barrels. To help with your economy. It is you, your own parents, your own brothers and sisters that will still suffer it. Do this it at 100 years, you will not get freedom. I said so. Christian also says so. Continue to cause anarchy in your own states, in the southeast. Nobody will answer you. You shall never get freedom. Nobody. You think you are doing the government or Fulani hegemonies? Those who controls your even your economy in your backyard. You think you are doing the capital now? You are not. You are only impoverishing your people, causing pains, financial pains to your own people. And the worst of it now, killing your own people. Those you've rendered hopeless, financially destitute, now you go ahead to kill them. You burn our properties in the name of protest, in the name of unknown gunmen. And some idiot somewhere all over the world keeps clapping for you. They call you saints, unknown gunmen, reverend unknown gunmen, or bishop unknown gunmen, you swear. You are a coward. You are what? A coward. It is only a coward that dies 10 times even before the death. What you are doing today is killing yourself even before the enemies confront you. Killing yourself even before the enemies confront you. That is what you are doing. We must hold these people to account. Those who claim to be their leaders, the leaders of these monsters, you must hold them to account. Ndigbo must hold them to account. Are they IPOB? Are they the faction of the political elites, or the faction of IPOB that has metamorphosed into ACAESN and today on no government? We must hold them accountable. They are hiding far away in Europe, Asia, America, wherever they find themselves. You must hold them accountable, even in Africa. Our traditional leaders must stand to the task at hand. You talk, you die. If you no talk, you die in the words of the incident of the Lord Milai. Then why not talk and die? At least the world will know you talked. Because if you continue to keep silence, which you think is golden to protect your own head, your children's head is at stake. Haven't you been hearing your colleagues called Ndigbo? How many they desecrate, strip them, they can beat them, even massacre some and kill them. If those ones that they kill were to be alive today, don't you think they will talk and still die? So why keeping silent? The religious leaders, haven't you seen your colleagues, those whom they've killed and sent on the wall? If they were to be alive today, don't you think they will talk and they prefer to die? Then why keeping silent? Because if it is your turn, it is your turn. And student unions must rise up to the occasion. Imo youth must rise up to the occasion. Every market leader must rise up to the occasion. It is now a time that every market person as you go to your shop, please, I beg of you, try to have, even if it is half-liter petrol with you. When these janjaweeds and cancers in the midst of us, they come to enforce their so-called sit at home, all you need to do is just sprinkle a little of that, and one will they die too. Sprinkle that petrol on them, and harm yourself with a lighter or a matchbox. When you do this 1-2 times, the Monday sit at home will stop. Take it to the bank. But if you continue to obey, if you continue by being cajoled through fear, you continue to obey forever and perpetuity, you remain this way and even worse. And even worse. Every one of us must understand that the time is now. We must understand how important that the time is now. We must not keep quiet. Silence at this point in time is no longer golden. Silence at this point in time is no longer golden. Because that monster has tasted blood. Because that monster has tasted some ransom monies. Do you think it will stop? Even when you release Nnamdi Kanu tomorrow, I bet you with everything with my life on this. If that constant killing and bloodletting stops, you know it is not Christian Wosu. They hide under this shadow claiming that they want Nnamdi Kanu released. Of course, we all want him to be released. If we have to deal with him, let's deal with him in our hands. Not the Fulani holding him to hostage, whereas they pet their brothers who are terrorists. They call them repentant terrorists. Where have you seen anybody repent as a terrorist? An ideology that has taken even their blood cells is all more of terrorism. Release the idiot for us. He's an idiot, of course. Release Nnamdi Kanu for us. He's an idiot. Let's handle him on our hands. But I tell you, Ndigbo, that do not guarantee that this constant bloodletting will stop. Because the eyes that have tested blood, the lips, this tongue that has tested blood will continue to seek for blood. We must fight this head on. We must fight it head on. Because I know whatever we do it well. That same will. If we have that courage to surmount this, we'll get it done. No matter how hard or difficult it is to crack. Ndigbo have been keeping quiet, whereas our brother from the riverine, from the south, Alaigbo has been in the forefront speaking for us, doing all he can to get us to a safe zone. Ndigbo, here are they. We are not ashamed. We are not ashamed. We all reject in our cocoon. Hey, let it not be. I'll be the one to talk. Tomorrow to knock my door. And if you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you will still die. IPOB's sole aim is to control the soul of Ndigbo. sooner than later, if you allow that to come to bear, they will decide how you will even sleep with your wife. Maybe you have to pay some tax before doing that. Before you hand over your daughter in marriage or your son gets to marry, they will tell you the tax you must pay. If you before you cook even your draw soup, they'll tell you the tax you pay. Is that the people you want to leave the soul of Ndigbo with? An ancient land full of dignity. Ọ pụtara na ndị Igbo ndị nke afọ ugbu a na-awụzi ha ndị Igbo ahụ anwụchara n'agha Biafra Nigeria War. Ndị agha Afgata or Shafs talking. This is not Igbo land. This is not Igbo land. Ofu onye ọ na-egburu ọ na-ejide ndị Igbo kee agbụ. What is happening? What is the problem? At least the remnant of people, youths that are sensible at this point in time must stand up and rise to the occasion. If our fathers are too old to confront this monster, God bear me witness that Igbo youths are not too old to do this. We have the capacity, we have the whatever we are with that to handle and confront this monster. As much as it is so much of a hydra-headed monster, we can cut them all off and kill them and bury them, and lasting peace will reign. Igbo land must understand that we are sitting on a keg of gunpowder. We are near to terrorism. What is happening in Igbo land today is near to terrorism. And as I've been saying here, whatever Ndigbo does, they get it done better. If we allow this to snowball into terrorism, God bear me witness, Igbo land will be deserted. Igbo land will be deserted if we allow this to snowball into terrorism. What you find in the north today, i.e. Borno State, will be a child's play compared to what is to come. It was a time we must fight this. Enough of these killings in Alaigbo. Enough of these wanton destructions of properties and lives meted at our people. Our people have been cowed into cowardice. Is this a way that you fight for self-determination? What they propagate today is releasing Nnamdi Kanu, give us Nnamdi Kanu, all this will stop. Is a lie. For free, it is a lie. Even when you release Nnamdi Kanu today, he's an idiot, which I support getting idiot released from there. I say nobody. But it will not stop this monster, because this monster has two heads. A faction of the ESN that has metamorphosed those who have tested blood and now they've tested ransom money, and you think to stop their own businesses? They can never stop. And the faction of the political elite with whom they've crafted in disguise of this unknown government to cause arms against their political opponents. You tell us this will stop? Igbo must rise up, because when this snowball degenerates into terrorism, it's a finished, in fact, it is finished for Igbo. It will be finished for Ndigbo. And every Igbo sons and daughters, if you don't know what to do, continue to talk. This is not the time you keep silent. And I believe we have what it takes to fight this. Igbo same youth must rise up to the occasion at this point in time. Enough of this romance, dilly-dally. Enough of it. in the bedroom. IPO keep telling you. It is the soul of Igbo land that IPOB is fighting for. Who controls Igbo land? Then who decides the political matters of Igbo land? It will get to that point, as I've said, a time will come, if you allow this to happen, a time will come, you will begin to pay tax even before you go to toilet, to IPOB. You will pay tax when you want to give your daughter's hand in marriage. It will be so messy than what you think. I know them very well, I know what they are up to. Is it not a shame that our brother from the South region, Alaigbo, has been doing all he could do, fighting, talking, doing his best to see that calmness, peace is restored in Igbo land, whereas Igbo men are hiding on the other wife's wrapper. If you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you will still die. Why not talk and die? Because if you fail to talk, what you are living before is in fact a patrimony you are leaving for your children to inherit. Because it will be so disastrous that even your children will have nowhere to hide. How many of these little ones call themselves gunmen? How many are they? Are they not Igbo youths? Are they aliens? Don't you know where they come from? Do they not have a community and parents? Today our markets are deserted. Today we destroy properties and lives. Our children are used today have washed their hands in so much blood that they even use human skull to play football. And you tell me there is future for Ndigbo. Have you not seen the videos? You claim you've not seen the videos? You watching me. Children in their 20s and in their 30s who do not know the sanctity of human life as Igbo enshrine. Today, cut off human heads, their own kids and kids. Cut off their heads and play football with it. All sound like all. We must stand to this occasion. Those who are proponents and sponsors of this monstrous hydra-headed monster in our land, they are domiciled in the Europe, they are in the Asia, they are in the Americas. We must hold them to accountable. And those back home in Biafra land who call themselves politicians, we must hold them accountable. Today is no longer Imo State. Because of late, Alaigbo and BNC have been able to manage Imo State, pushing them away from Imo State. Now they are headed to Anambra State. And Ndigbo must rise up to this task because Anambra is the head. If Anambra falls, it is finished. Take it to the bank. We must rise to the occasion. If Anambra falls, it is finished. I said so. The soul of Alaigbo must be rescued. The economy of Igbo land today is nothing to write home about. In few months' time, we'll have a lot on our plates. Because those petty traders, the little youths who are doing day-to-day businesses just to earn a living or to feed their mouths and that of their family, if you continue to put them in this financial mess, challenges, difficulties, which this so-called sit-at-home is pushing on them, tomorrow you'll find more trouble on your hands, and they will not control it. Igbo is not known for destitute. We are not a land of destitutes. We must face it head on. Every market leader, as I've said, every market man and woman, begin to arm yourself with at least half liter of petrol. Go to markets and go to your schools on Mondays. Arm yourself with matchballs or lighter and some liters of petrol. How many are there? They'll tell you if you come out with whatever you see, who are they? You can have one bunch. If the government will not help us, we must take our destiny by our hands. We've done this previously, of old. If every one of you have matchbox and petrol within as armed within yourselves, you may call it petrol bomb. When these idiots come, all you need to do is get sparkle a little on them, and let's see, and they die too, don't they? Don't they die? And then you see this nonsense will stop. But if you continue to be afraid and you refuse to come out to do the needful, in perpetuity you remain caged. You remain caged in perpetuity. The line is still open if you so wish to call to contribute into this program. The numbers to call is +44 7448 818829. I repeat, +44 7448 818829. If you look at your screen, if you will see the numbers also scrolling past your screen as we discuss. Call into this program. Please endeavor to share this broadcast. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Subscribe and click the notification button, because often the time we will be coming here to educate us or to discuss on matters that concerns our people. This is Bayam Television, the truth which I anchor. We must confront the hydra-headed monster called unknown gunmen. As I said, it is of two factions. One is sponsored by the political elites hiding under the umbrella of IPOB. Whatever they commit, they say it is unknown gunmen sponsored by IPOB. And another faction owned by the IPOB, which metamorphosed into ESN, from ESN to this unknown gunmen. These are the two factions we have in Igbo land. Nobody can tell me that with these atrocities of the unknown gunmen, that it will bring referendum, it will bring self-determination or freedom of the Biafran people. Capital no. I'm ready to debate this, and I stake something for it. If you want freedom, there are methodologies and routes you must follow to get freedom. You do not become a warlord by killing your own brothers and sisters. What is to come is bigger. And a no distance time that will confront us in our face, which is the ISWAP, so-called bandits who are terrorists. They are coming. They are coming. And as I said, if possible, there are possibilities with what we've seen. This moronic cleanest government of Buhari will definitely hand over government to an ISIC or ISIS or ISWAP sympathizer, if not a member of the ISIS. Of course, the military and the paramilitary today are run by them. So it will be very easy, or it will just happen as a queue. It will just happen as a queue. And tomorrow you see them hoist flagging at Asorok, and then it is finished. These children we commit today that will expose to blood, they are not bloodthirsty. Why not we keep these children and begin to train them in preparation for what is to come? Than using them to cause harm in our community, in our own land, simply because we want to control the soul of Alaigbo. Nnamdi Kanu and co IPOB and his group do not want your freedom. They are not fighting for your freedom. Do not tell me that this is a strategy to get freedom by killing your own flesh and blood, whereas the enemies, they've not come. You are fidgeting, killing your own people, claiming you are strong, power Mike. What happens when the ISIS, full-fledged ISIS comes in? The whole of Southwest today, I can tell you, they are sleeping cells of the ISWAP, sponsored by the Al-Shabaab. Check all their forests today, I can tell you, no matter how much Amoteco has been able to do, but they are sleeping cells in waiting in the whole of the Southwest. South is a catwalk, is a cakewalk. To overrun the southern region in entirety is a cakewalk. We must be ready as a people. Every pro-independence group must be ready at this point in time. Do not tell me you are, what's it called, non-violence group. Yes, of course, we appreciate that. Do not be violent to our people. But you must prepare for self-determination. You must be prepared for self-defense too. Okay, ruler. If Nigeria will stand, 2023 will decide. We are truncating here and there. Nigerian president of Igbo extraction. Yes, I support. It is due a time. But we must confront what is confronting us, because your own brothers cannot be killed on daily basis. All we know or best to talk is how to become a president of Nigeria come 2023. Have we addressed the problem at home? Alaigbo today is crying. The bloodletting is so much. Excuse me. The bloodletting today in Alaigbo, it is so much that people no longer see killings as, in fact, it's a new number. Someone, they just want to, glory be to God. All you know, the so-called nonsense you find on the internet today. Saint unknown gunmen, Bishop unknown gunmen, they've done it again. What a nonsense, celebrating necessities. You claim you do not see, or you claim you do not know what is happening in our land, then you are complicit, because you know and you fail to talk. Because you know, you fail to act. The political elites, of course, are not for us. Then do we continue like this? Is it not the time we take our destinies in our hands? Igbo has a way of tackling insecurities. We do. Today, our traditional leaders are nowhere to be found. They'll be cowed into silence, cowed into cowardice. Is it not time we invoke the invocable and then stop these wanton killings and destruction of properties? This is Bayer Television, The Truth, a program which I anchored. My name is Christian Bosu, and I say it today. If we keep silence, it is no longer golden. Those who can talk must talk. Those who can write must write. You being a religious leader, your colleagues have been killed by this same group of persons. This monster have killed some of your colleagues in cold blood. If they were to be alive today, don't you think they would rather talk and be killed? Then why keeping silent, you that is still alive? Of course, if it is your time, it is your time. You, an essay in Igbo land, or a traditional leader, your colleagues, have you not seen the videos? If you've not seen the videos, call persons to show you. Maybe in the coming days, I'll begin to show that on our platforms. Some of your colleagues were desecrated by their own children. Some were beheaded and their heads used as football. If they were to be alive today, those essays, don't you think would prefer to talk and die? Then why are you keeping silent, you? You, the community leaders, what are you waiting for until your own community is run down? You think your community has a protective shield of this menace? If you do not take measures to stamp out this monster, as I said, Igbo people are known for their attributes. The antecedents of Ndigbo speaks volume. Whatever we do, we get it done good, if not best. Hence, if our people resolve with what is ongoing, these wanton killings and destructions ongoing, if it snowballs into full-fledged terrorism, which we are headed to, Igbo land is under occupation as I speak to by our own children. If it evolves to this full-blown terrorism, God bless you and me, our souls. Igbo land is gone for good. What you find Boko Haram doing in the north, precisely Kano or Borno today, will be a child's play compared to what is to come. The onus and responsibility lies on us right now, not tomorrow, right now, to do the needful. Every community must begin to consult. Every community, if you want to join force with what we are doing, our leader the other time, Alaigbo, has issued a telephone number. If you want to join, just contact us. There's for a little sense of serenity you find in Imo State today, courtesy of what BNC is doing. Biafra National Council. Now we have pushed them to an extent out of Imo State. Their focal point is Anambra State today. Whereas the originators, the state of the originator, Abia State, nothing seems to happen there. And you allow them to take over your own community, your own states. Are you not an idiot? Are you not an idiot? How to have none? They said the world is a not for the wise. The danger at hand is so enormous that you may not see. The danger at hand, I warn, is so enormous that you may not know. We have drifted from the core value of holding human life, the sanctity of human life, which will even be as a name, Mando. It has snowballed into terrorism, acts of terrorism. Today, these children goes with IEDs, explosive, maybe petrol bomb or whatnot. If you've not been seeing what has been happening, ask people to tell you. But I know everybody knows this. These are terrorism acts. We must fight this fight as a people if we want to liberate our land. If we want to see these killings and destructions of property stop, Ndigbo must rise to the occasion. We've come to the end of today's program. As I said, this is the truth on Bayam Television. If you wish to share this program, please do, so that you get far and wide, so that people will listen and understand. And also, we beckon on you, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Bayam Television, BIAF TV on YouTube, even on Facebook at BIAF TV. You subscribe, we'll come your way sometime. Have a nice time and God bless you. Good night.